have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart.
Tonight, we are hearing from Charlie Kirk's wife for the first time since the conservative activist was shot and killed during a college event in Utah. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to West Coast Wrap. I'm Alex Savage. Erica Kirk's emotional statement was live streamed to YouTube just hours after authorities arrested the man accused of shooting her husband. The suspect has been identified tonight as 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. Police have been at Robinson's home in Washington, Utah, all throughout the day. He's been booked tonight on several charges, including suspicion of aggravated murder. Investigators say he indicated to a family member that he was responsible for Kirk's death. Fox's Kaylee Schuyler has the latest tonight on this tragedy from Spanish Fork, Utah, where the suspect is being held.
He loved his life. He loved America.
Charlie Kirk's widow holding back tears as she speaks about her husband's life and legacy.
My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children.
Erica Kirk reflecting on what's transpired this week and how life moving forward will never be the same.
The movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen.
Erica speaking out the same day police announced they arrested a 22-year-old man they suspect shot and killed Charlie during an outdoor college event after he answered a question from one of the crowd members.
Charlie Kirk did exactly what our republic, what our democracy is supposed to be, have an open and respectful debate.
Utah's governor called Kirk's murder an attack on the American experiment.
It is an attack on our ideals. This cuts to the very foundation of who we are.
And denounced the uptick in political violence happening across the country.
We will never be able to solve all the other problems, including the violence problems that people are worried about, if we can't have a clash of ideas safely and securely.
And that was Fox's Kaylee Schuyler reporting tonight from Utah. Two people who were detained and then later released following Kirk's killing are facing threats. Utah's public safety commissioner says the two men don't deserve the harassment they're receiving. Both of those men have been cleared of any ties to the killing. Oregon State Police say they are investigating threats made against three of the state's Democratic leaders. Those threats were emailed to Senate President Rob Wagner of Lake Oswego, Senate Majority Leader Casey Jama of Portland, and Senate President Pro Tem James Manning Jr. of Eugene. The threat against Manning prompted a Metro Explosives Disposal Unit to respond to the scene, but no bombs were found there. Investigators have not offered any details on the other two threats. There are, of course, growing concerns about the possibility of Charlie Kirk's killing inciting further violence. Oregon State Police put out a statement on what happened, saying, quote, Capitol Mall Area Command provided an update informing legislators of the threats and asking all to remain vigilant and report anything unusual or concerning. Tonight, a memorial is growing outside of the Phoenix headquarters of Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA organization. We want to let you know that people are showing up outside of the headquarters there. They're leaving behind flowers, candles, balloons, and pictures, and that memorial has really grown in size. We continue our team coverage tonight on the killing of Charlie Kirk from that site in Arizona, where Fox's Amalia Roy has been talking with mourners.
This space has become a memorial site. It's a place for his followers to come and grieve and process their emotions with people who understand how they're feeling. All day, visitors walk up with tears in their eyes, bringing flowers, balloons, lighting candles, and leaving notes for the Kirk family. Kirk co-founded Turning Point USA as a student movement to promote conservative values and mobilize young voters. I'm seeing many people in their 20s, college students, and parents who introduced his work to their children.
We found a lot of hope through his faith.
It just makes me want to cry, honestly, and I hope that his wife in some way or not sees this and just knows that she's not alone and that she has a community behind her.
It's sad that we have to now start expecting this in our schools and our churches, even at a peaceful event.
There's also been group prayer throughout the day.
in moments like this, when violence has been afflicted, it's so tempting to reach for that. But I don't think that's what Jesus would have us do. I'm real sure that's not what Charlie would have us do. And that's part of why I'm here praying today.
So what's next? Kirk lived here with his wife and 2 children. President Trump has said that he plans to attend the service for the young conservative and award him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. But when that happens, the family has not released any plans. In Phoenix, Amalia Roy, Fox News.
And our coverage of Kirk's assassination continues online. Head over to westcoastrap.com for more information on the suspect in this case, who authorities say had no criminal past. But there are a lot of new details emerging about his family life as well as his interest in politics. That is all, again, up at our website, westcoastrap.com. Members of Congress from across the West are expressing their fears tonight about potential cuts to health insurance subsidies. As Fox 13's Frankie Thompson reports, as many as 4 million people could see their Obamacare premiums go up if Congress doesn't take action.
At the end of 2025, enhanced premium tax credits under the Affordable Care Act will expire. And if Congress doesn't vote to extend the credits, the price of insurance premiums will soar nationwide.
It's an unprecedented assault on the health care of the American people.
Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, minority leader of the U.S. House of Representatives, joins Washington's congressional leaders and Governor Bob Ferguson, addressing concerns about the risks that could happen locally.
We're going to have some big challenges as a state to grapple with the impacts of this if it goes forward.
In Washington, these tax credits help lower the cost of private health plans through the state's health benefit exchange. Currently, more than 280,000 Washingtonians are enrolled. These are people who don't have access to a plan through their employer, like students, contractors, the self-employed, unemployed, and retirees. If these subsidies disappear, state leaders say at least 80,000 people won't be able to afford their health coverage.
For the others who manage to keep their health coverage, those Washingtonians will see their costs skyrocket effective January 1.
And the potential price hike will be steep. According to the Washington State Office of the Insurance Commissioner, next year's health insurance rates for the individual exchange will be 21% higher than the current rate.
If you combine the rate increase for next year with the loss of subsidies, the average Washingtonian on the exchange will see a 65% increase in their health insurance premiums next year. That translates to spending $1,300 more a year for premiums alone.
The subsidies started in 2021, offered by the Democrats through the American Rescue Plan Act. Lawmakers extended the credits in 2022, but now that they are set to expire, it's unclear if the Republican-controlled House will extend them again. Jeffries tells me now is the time for voters to speak to their representatives before the deadline hits.
We have an opportunity over the next few weeks to begin to fix our broken healthcare system and stop the American people from experiencing thousands of dollars in increased premiums, copays, and deductibles in an environment where the cost of living is already too high.
Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.
Arizona's governor signed an order today to allow most people to get COVID vaccines at the pharmacy without a doctor's prescription. Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs said the move is aimed at protecting the health care freedom of people in the state. This comes after the FDA narrowed eligibility requirements. Some people were being turned away because they couldn't get their doctors to provide them a prescription. Coming up tonight here on West Coast Wrap, authorities say this body camera video shows a man pretending to be a police detective coming face to face with an actual police officer. Why that officer suspected something wasn't right.
And we're taking a look at Santa Cruz Beach at this hour. Why? Because we have a forecast which is going to send people all over the state of California to the seashore. The details with your West Coast Wrap forecast.
Also coming up tonight, a 10-year-old Oregon boy with a need for speed. See how the Make-A-Wish Foundation made his dreams come true.
How long have you been a detective with Edmonds?
About 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Newly released body camera video shows what happened when a man suspected of pretending to be a police officer encountered an actual police officer. That man ended up handcuffed in the back of a patrol car outside of Seattle. As Fox 13's Nia Wong reports tonight, investigators say he's a convicted felon.
It's my first day back in a while.
You're watching body cam footage of a man from September 5th who looks like a cop.
Now with the games intelligence.
Hey, it's pretty hardcore.
Kind of sounds like a cop.
You work for Edmonds PD?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a part-time gig.
But prosecutors say he isn't a cop. He's Michael Scaletta-Teets, a convicted felon, interacting with a real cop outside the Salvation Army in Bremerton. You can see him here, getting grilled by Bremerton police officers. They're trying to understand why an Edmonds detective was in uniform outside the Salvation Army in Bremerton.
Is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Scaletta?
According to court documents, the 49-year-old caught the eye of Bremerton officers when his Ford Explorer flashed blue interior deck lights. Despite claiming to be an off-duty detective and carrying body armor, as well as a police badge and a firearm, Bremerton police arrested Scaletta-Teets, whose criminal history includes being found guilty for a bomb hoax in North Carolina back in 2016.
I never shook nobody down.
Fast forward to 2025, Scaletta-Teets now faces charges for criminal impersonation in the first degree and unlawful possession of a firearm in the second degree. He pleaded not guilty in court and has a trial date scheduled for November. Nia Wong, Fox News.
Some people have a plan they believe will help to protect immigrants working at car washes in the Los Angeles area. Activists are trying to establish teams to patrol those businesses. These teams would be trained to record any immigration enforcement activity.
We are launching car wash worker protection units. We invite community to join us, to get trained, to connect to the rapid response networks, to monitor car washes. Adopt your neighborhood car wash.
Activists say car wash workers have been the target of more than 80 immigration raids across Southern California. They believe approximately 250 of those workers have been arrested. Immigration enforcement operations in the Chicago area are getting attention across the country tonight. Investigators say an ICE agent shot someone to death today after being hit by a vehicle and dragged. This all happened in the heavily Hispanic suburb of Franklin Park, east of Chicago. Investigators say the driver accused of hitting the officer had a history of reckless driving and entered the country illegally. The officer suffered severe injuries and remains hospitalized tonight. And several protesters confronted federal agents outside of an ICE facility east of Chicago this afternoon. They marched through that area as agents lined up to form a barrier. There's no word tonight on whether any arrests have been made in that area. The Colorado funeral director who's accused of abusing nearly 200 corpses is now withdrawing his guilty plea, sending this case to trial after a judge rejected the agreement. John Halford and his wife Carrie are accused of living a lavish lifestyle while at the same time operating a fraud scheme in Penrose. They're accused of letting bodies pile up while taking families money for cremation and giving them concrete resembling ashes. Halford was already sentenced to 20 years in prison in a separate fraud case. Families of those whose bodies were found are asking for a longer sentence than that 20 years that was handed down in the agreement. A lot of people in Colorado hoping to get a break from on and off storms this weekend. These are EarthCam images showing the rain that soaked Telluride this afternoon. Back-to-back storms have been crossing Colorado all throughout this week. For more on what to expect here in the days ahead, let's bring in KTVU meteorologist Roberta Gonzalez, who is tracking those storms and the conditions we can expect across the West. We are going to start to see a warm-up, right, Roberta?
Yes, absolutely, Alex. But first things first, have you been to Telluride?
I haven't. It looks beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. That's one place I haven't been. And, boy, I want to go right now, even if it is damp, right? And, yeah, all that rain is all associated associated with that monsoonal moisture that's been working its way up from Mexico in throughout Arizona, Texas, and into Colorado, but just in time for the weekend, boom, it will be out of here. My focus right now happens to be right here. I like to allude to this and refer to this as the spine of the Sierra Nevada area because we do have some scattered rain showers and thunderstorm activity anywhere from the Greater Lake Tahoe area right about right there all the way into Mammoth Lakes and into Bishop. But again, this is the last day of that moisture in the atmosphere. What we're looking at now is a brand new cold front. It's going to brace up against the Pacific Northwest. It will bring some precipitation, but not until Sunday. What this is doing, though, is enhancing that marine layer around California. We'll talk more about that. But meanwhile, this in Seattle today, 72 degrees. Look at all that blue sky, just one cloud floating by. Historic average high is 74 degrees, so pretty close to average. San Francisco, you should be at 66, 67 degrees, but no, instead, marine layer burned off, 71 degrees. Doesn't this look like a postcard? Phoenix, Arizona, altocumulus clouds, all associated with that monsoonal moisture. 102 today, which is spot on for this time of the year. And a late summer day at LAX at 80 degrees, average highs 81 degrees. Other high temperatures across the area. 91 degrees in Las Vegas. West Coast wrap forecast today was 102 in Phoenix, and bam, that's what you saw. 88 in Sacramento, low 90s in Redding, all the way through Chico. 97 degrees in Tucson today. Cooler temperatures as you head into Benson and into Tombstone as well as Sierra Vista. 78 degrees at this hour in San Jose, a pair of 6s in San Francisco. It's a good looking evening along the West Coast, still at 80 in Los Angeles. It looks like right now 63 in San Francisco. What we're looking at is that marine layer. It's going to continue to build off the California coastline. It's going to be deeper by Sunday, but the temperatures will hold steady from Saturday through your Sunday. This precipitation, again, that monsoonal moisture continues to track in the easterly direction. Not much to talk about for your Saturday. Partly cloudy in Seattle, then the rain arrives on Sunday there. Otherwise, pretty seasonal. Denver, you'll see your seasonal average temperature return by Monday. Have a great weekend, Alex.
Thank you. You do the same, Roberta. Coming up tonight here on West Coast Wrap, a lot of teachers are worried that students are using AI to cheat. Tonight, how one educator in California is altering his lesson plans because of the technology. Also, we'll show you a 10-year-old Oregon boy on the ride of his life. Artists and scientists are teaming up to fight extreme heat in Phoenix. These artistic shade sculptures are now speckled across city parks, testing out different designs and their ability to keep people cooler and safe amid triple-digit temperatures. They're part of the Sombra Experiments in Shade project. One includes Mexican folk art with solar-powered misting systems. 9 artists were commissioned this year to bring these shady structures to the region, and researchers with Arizona State University are monitoring their success.
So the goal of Sombra Experiments in Shade is really to experiment, to try new materials, to try new design methods, to alter the way things are fabricated so that we can really test out what's going to work best here in Phoenix to reduce extreme urban heat here that we experience.
Studies show shade can help reduce a human's heat load by 20 to 40 degrees. A teacher in Southern California says cheating in the classroom is off the charts because of artificial intelligence. Casey Cuny teaches English at Valencia High School. He says it's gotten so bad that traditional book reports, take-home essays, and take-home tests are almost asking students to cheat. To combat the issue, Cuny says he started integrating AI into classwork and homework to teach his students how to use it as a tool.
While I'm using AI and I see great potential in it, I'm also very aware of the risks and the challenges. The cheating is off the charts. I've never seen cheating at this level in my entire career of 23 years of teaching. So there have to be guardrails in place. It's a tool just like anything else.
Many schools have drafted new and more detailed AI policies to provide clarity both for teachers and students, shifting away from an outright ban on the use of artificial intelligence in the classroom setting. Finally tonight, the Make-A-Wish Foundation in Oregon just made a boy's dreams come true. Fox's Tony Martinez shows us how the 10-year-old with a love for auto racing took an unforgettable ride.
Rolling into Portland International Raceway in a stretch limo would be a great start to anyone's day. And for Damon Hawkins and his mom and dad, it was just the beginning.
Damien had decided that his joy would be going fast in an exotic car.
And not just any Ferrari, but a brand new Ferrari F8 Tributo, finished in beautiful Make-A-Wish blue.
You excited?
Complete with professional race car driver Calvin Harris, on loan from Pro Drive Racing School to take Damien on the lap of a lifetime. This VIP treatment is a huge departure for the Hawkins family. Once a week, they make the 10-hour round trip to Portland for Damien's 3-hour treatment.
He does infusions every week, so we have to drive up from southern Oregon. We live in Phoenix, which is pretty close to the California border. Pretty much it's like a turn and burn, so we get up there in the morning, get his infusion done.
And although the treatment is going well, he may need it for many years to come. But today, none of that matters.
It was really nice to come up yesterday where we got here and we're like, we relax? What?
And not only is it Damien's Wish Day, but it's also a special Hawkins family holiday.
What have we been doing since yesterday, Damien?
Yes Day.
Yes Day. Do you want to explain what that is?
So my parents are letting me do anything that I want to do, and anything that I want to buy, they let me.
Yep.
Of course, there are limitations.
So Damien, this car behind us, if you ask for us to buy it, will we?
No.
No.
Finally, Damien is strapped into his prancing horse, and it's time to go for a ride.
That pretty cool?
Yeah.
So far, so good, but halfway through the first lap, Damien suspects that Calvin is holding back on the horsepower.
Are you allowed to go a little bit quicker?
Still feeling good?
Yeah, a little bit quicker now. More quicker.
All right, last lap. Here's checkered flag.
Woo! Can you make this last lap it's like too fast?
Too fast? I don't want to go too fast.
I do. Woo! This is a good speed.
Good. That's fast enough for you?
Yeah.
So no hospitals for Damien today, no doctor appointments. Just two guys having a blast in an amazing car. All thanks to Make-A-Wish Oregon.
Is this your dream too?
Oh yeah, I love being out here. Come on in. All right, give me a fist bump. That was pretty cool.
Yeah! Thank you!
Got a little trophy for you.
We wanted to send you home with your own Nintendo Switch with special steering wheels so you can keep racing at home.
What? That's awesome.
Every wish is different. This one was a really special wish because the pro racing folks got involved, and there's also a really nice man who owns this Ferrari who brought it in just so Damien could race it today. For a wish like this, it really takes the community to pull it together to make it happen.
Finally loaded up with goodies and his wish fulfilled, Damien had one last request.
Can we get back in the limo?
Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.
Oh, how wonderful. Damien was having such a fun time on that lap there. Great to see that special moment here made possible by Make-A-Wish. All right, that does it for West Coast Wrap tonight. We appreciate you watching here. And a quick reminder, before we head out, you can stay up to date on all the stories we're covering across the West Coast at our website here. It's westcoastwrap.com. And please don't forget to stream our shows on your smart TV. All you have to do is download the free Fox Local mobile app. We'll leave you here with this beautiful shot of Santa Cruz. Have a great night.